Hello everyone, this is Nick Smith again, wanting to bring you a little bit of cartograph training based off a couple requests here recently. This is we understand that as maintenance managers and supervisors, you can be moved around at any given point in time, and I wanted to take this opportunity to show you guys how to update your dashboards and everything else when you get moved around. Um, it's you're not locked out of anything that's out in here. So I've set up a few things for you guys to make your guys' life a little bit easier. And I will kind of walk you through a few of these things right here. So right now I'm using Alex's account to as an example. So like say he was in M6 previously and now he's not. He's over at M2. So a good way to update this is to go in here and remove the M6 widget. And if you go over here to the little gadget library, I have some pre-built gadgets in here for you guys. So you can say M2, and if you click on the plus button here, that'll bring in the M2. So you can see that how many activities still need to be brought in here from M2 and how M2 compares to the other areas. In that same respect, I'll go over here to work now, and this is the M6 work order. So this is something that really you need to come in here and then change the filter. So instead of it looking for everything that's in the M6 work order, I'll change it to the M2 work order and hit accept. So now that clicks that, and that shows us only the M2 work order. There are a lot of other work orders, so there's 300 work orders, but in order to help you guys out, I try to put this filter on here so you only see the work order that's pertaining to your specific garage that you guys are at. But because this is a filter, and I'll show you the M2 one over again, it's you do have to remember to try to change the name here. So this filter is just dependent on this is set up to be whatever's important to you. So make sure you change your name. So the filter is the M2 work order. So now you've changed the name. In that same respect, we'll go over here to tasks now, and I'll go over here to all open tasks. Right through here, you'll see all open tasks for M2. So then that populates all of that stuff. That's a pre-built layer. So all it really is this is a layer that I've created or a filter that I've created in advance. So it just basically says, is this a planned or projected or in progress, and is it in M2? So as soon as you complete one of these tasks, these will be removed from the 163 that are in the that are currently in this list. That same respect, some of you guys might have put some filters in for like guardrail or the other assets that you guys are interested in looking at. If that is the case, there's no filter on this guardrail right now. But say, for example, you did want to go in here and do a filter and only show me the guardrail in my maintenance district. You put a filter on here, go down to M section, is M2, and activate. And now, when I click on these guys, it's only going to show me the guardrail in theory in M2. So another quick little tip, since I have you guys here, make sure you feel free to utilize the maps over here on this side. Try them all out. They all have different uses. So I find switching around between this one and I actually like the near map one as well because it has the best aerial, most up to date aerial. I apologize for you guys way out west. The near map doesn't work for that. So if you want an aerial, you do have to use the aerial, which is basically right out of Esri. And that's just because they don't fly that far west and photograph, M12 and M7. We are working out to try to get them to fly that from near map for us, but at this point they haven't done that. Another little quick little thing is they have updated some things with widgets. So these are, feel free to give me a call if you ever have any questions. All this really is this works similarly to a filter, where you can toy around with it. And I've built a few things here for you, so you always feel free to go to the little folder and go through these guys and click on them and see how they're all set up. You can click on the new records. That's something that they've have pre-built in here, but you can see who are the active participants, or what records people have created any given day. That's a nice little thing to have. But if there's anything that's particular that's important to you, this is just similar to running a filter. So you could say, for example, give me the number of, so we can say, I want to know the number of tasks. Oops. Tasks. And let's say that are in the work order, where the in work order is tollway dash M2. So there's 208 tasks that are currently in that in that work order, but at the same time, this is just a filter, so we can make it as complicated or as easy as you want. If you want to know just how many of the open tasks that there are, that's the part of that filter that I had pre-built in that other one. So you can always say where the status is in progress, or the status is planned, or the status is projected. So those are the three that, if it's any one of those three, it means it's an open tasks. And if it's been made canceled or completed, then it's a closed task. So here, if I click on this and activate that, now it's no longer the 200 tasks that it was before, but it's actually something else. So it does ask me to give it a name. So I'll go in here and give this thing a name. So M2 tasks. M2 open tasks, and you can say complete at this point, and it brings you a little widget that tells you exactly how many there are. If you guys have any further questions, please feel free to give me a call anytime. My extension is 4131. Thank you. Bye-bye.